Behind the offensive firepower of Emiliano Terzaghi and Jonathan Bolaños, the Richmond Kickers won the regular season crown and plan to celebrate in front of their hometown crowd tonight. But Greenville Tramp have swept the season series over the Kickers and have their eyes set on a first-round bye. Will it be Richmond with a coronation or Greenville here to spoil the party? We'll find out next. On a beautiful Saturday night in Richmond, Virginia, we close out the regular season in style. USL League One action says goodbye to its regular season with a sizzling matchup between Greenville Triumph and Richmond Kickers. And hello everyone, thanks for watching this League One contest presented by UCrops. I'm David Gascon on ESPN. The top dog, the Richmond Kickers, they've had their way throughout the course of this season. They are the leader of the pack. 50 points. You see that win-loss record, 14 up, 7 down, and 8 draws. Greenville right behind them. They can't catch them. However, Chattanooga could. Omaha could as well. We'll keep you up to date in the real-time standings. Greenville needs a win here tonight to secure that second slot. On the flip side of things, we look at the game here in front of us. Richmond been led in goal tonight. Akira Fitzgerald, what can you say about him? Piggybacking off of what he did last season with 89 saves, this year 102 and counting. And you look at the overall body of work for Fitzgerald, save percentage at 75, 6 clean sheets in the season, and he comes in this contest with a goals against average just a hair over 1 at 117. More often than not, you hear with keepers timely saves through full-time. Fitzgerald, timely consistency all across the board. Now for Greenville, they've had success in recent weeks, and more so against Richmond. They've won back-to-back contests against the Richmond Kickers. Overall, all-time series lead goes to Greenville, 5-4. No draws, oddly enough, in 9 contests, but for Greenville, they want a result, and they want 3 points in the worst kind of way here tonight. Well, with all that being said, plenty of things to play for both of these teams. When we return, we're going to get you the starting 11 and first touch. It's Richmond Kickers, Greenville Triumph coming up next.
We would not have a business today if it weren't for the support of the many, many people within the Richmond community. To me, we're working as a team to enhance the quality of life for all residents.
It's about being the best that you can be. It's about enriching the lives of people in your community. There's a reason why we have the tagline Nourish, because it's really about nourishing the lives of the people that work for us and the people that we serve. That's what the UCrops brand stands for.
Hi, I'm Megan Mack, President of Prospect Blue.
And I'm Jess Barnes, Director of Business Development at Prospect Blue.
Prospect Blue is a staffing and recruiting firm headquartered right here in Richmond, Virginia. We serve the Mid-Atlantic region and beyond.
With the labor market experiencing historic shortages, Prospect Blue is here to help companies attract and retain key talent.
With strong relationships in the corporate, financial, legal, and medical fields, we are in a unique position to connect employers with job seekers. Whether you are a candidate seeking a new career opportunity or a company searching for talent, Prospect Blue will help you ensure that today's transitions lead to growth and success.
Prospect Blue is proud to be a corporate sponsor of the Richmond Kickers. Go Kickers!
And we are live here at City Stadium in Richmond, Virginia, as we are back. Presented by Cap Tech, Richmond Kickers, Greenville Triumph. Look at the season series and how things have unfolded. Last time these two teams got together, it was a one-sided tilt in favor of Greenville. Jacob Labovitz, a monster, a hat trick in this contest. Labovitz comes into this game with 12 goals in the season. 3 of them occurred on this evening. Richmond, not as good as Greenville, obviously, needless to say. And Greenville has won the season series, 2 up and nothing down. For Richmond kickers, well, one guy will be in net tonight, and that is Akira Fitzgerald. We mentioned him at the top of the show, what he has done throughout the course of this season. 30 games, 30 starts, goals against average at 117. Paul Christensen will be his counterpart tonight. Christensen in 29 matches so far this season has conceded 37 goals. Save percentage at 64%, 10 clean sheets in the season. One alarming part for Greenville coming into this contest, their goal differential is just +2. John Harks, you see his body of work, 3+ seasons coming into tonight's contest, 48 victories, 26 defeats, and 29 draws. He's been the manager for Greenville since 2019, led them to a title in 2020, also coach of the year. Team's on the pitch right now, ready to get this night underway. Glad you can be with us. It's Saturday night as we close up shop. Hard to believe when the season started to now word is concluding as this thing is officially underway. Many people thinking this is exactly what we'll see in the championship bout, but obviously you got to get there first. This one played inside the 18, early opportunity. We'll see that shot going short side, just missing against Christensen. Terzaghi trying to build on his wonderful campaign so far. Matthew Corrigan, lead official tonight. Terzaghi, 28 matches, now make it 29. And 16 goals and 1 helper. As you see that pink fog coming above your screen a little bit. We're not in Hollywood, away from that. But a little bit of theatrics, obviously the smoke. Fans in attendance here getting in ripe and early. First touch just a couple moments ago, and fans have been in for about an hour and 15 minutes ago. A monster flag hit the AR, so that's why there's a brief pause in our action. But nevertheless, the team and the players are ready to get things reacclimated. This one played all the way back to Fitzgerald, so his first touch tonight. Played his college ball at Wake Forest. A native of Japan. Trying to hide that big flag that was draped all over the pitch. Pretty nice setting for the fans, though, at least rocking what they have. It's the spirit of soccer, right? Very unique compared to any other sport in North America. Soccer, that is, compared to football, whether it's the National Football League or college football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Fans got their dedicated corners, dedicated sides of the goal line. And they usually have assigned areas for their fan bases where you get the jovial ones that'll come in and out, whether they march their way to their respective stadiums or pack in awfully early to perhaps tailgate and get their pipes nice and warm. Bon Secours injury report. Who is out? Who is in? Jonathan Bolaños will be out, still nursing a little bit of an injury, so Darren Sawatsky will keep him out for tonight. Bigger things on the horizon for Richmond kickers. And for Bolaños, being close, not good enough at this point. Flag is up on our near side, so this play is ruled offside. We mentioned with Greenville their goal differential only at +2. For Richmond, though, not even close. They've scored 53 goals this season, conceded 34. So doing the quick math at plus 19, it's the biggest reason why Fitzgerald in net gets so much of the attention on one end is because of the success, and there is Darren Sawatsky. Darren had some real good choice words for us a few days ago when speaking about some of the accolades, some of the honors, some of the awards being presented by League One. Colorful language we can't share with you, but nevertheless, he didn't pack any kind of softness in his punches when talking about the credit that his team deserves, and feels like they should get a lot more than that when talking about the regular season success. Richmond right now on the approach, and this will be a corner kick as Ethan Bryant was in pursuit. Or Stephen Payne. WW Nash and Sons corner kick coming up. Not the best of service. This one will stay away though. Moron plays it in into the 6th minute, just underway with Richmond and Greenville. And we will keep you up to date in real time with scores around League One to see exactly what the offerings are. Chattanooga, Omaha, plenty to play for. So needless to say, the drama could be struck and felt a couple different ways, depending on who you're rooting for. Some physicality at midfield, no whistle blown, they play on. Richmond, dark uniforms. Greenville naturally in their kits. Green tops, the green bottoms. White letters and numbers. Going from left to right on your screen. Pearson. Peels it all the way back to Evan Lee. And now Christensen with a touch. Graduated from Portland. All conference honors back in the day, the West Coast Conference, goalkeeper of the year in 2017. So does have a lot in the resume at the amateur level, and now professionally trying to build one as well. Richmond, for the success they have had offensively, been stymied by Greenville. Again, the 2 losses this season. And now trailing in the all-time series 5-4. They'd love to inflict some damage. Even if they do meet later on in the regular season, one has to think for Richmond, just that mental monkey on the back of them trying to avoid Greenville, at least when it comes to those losses, because you get into postseason action, you think about it. Just human nature. There's Keegan. Coutinho amongst the starting 11 tonight for Greenville. We mentioned Jonathan Bolaños, who's not appearing in tonight's contest. If he was going to be in a situation, if there was anything to talk about, it would be a playoff contest, but tonight not the circumstances and not a desperate need for Richmond kickers to be in this spot right now. Not like they're playing things out, but want to deliver a blow to Greenville. Keegan. Schultz had stepped up into the play. Perhaps an overcommit. But Fricky is back. Don Smart. Smart making his 25th start in 28 matches for Greenville. Second season with Greenville. Last contest for Richmond took care of Ford Madison 1-0. Greenville shut out Charlotte 1-0. Labovitz in the 79th minute had the game-winning goal. Greenville took care of Charlotte after losing to them back on September the 9th, 2-1. So getting a little bit of revenge, never a bad thing. And for Richmond, they're trying to do the same. Kickers beat Ford Madison with that 1-0 victory. Wayne Gordon, 35th minute, the lone marker. And for Richmond, you think about stride. Short or long, whatever it may be, they're clicking, and the progression for them has been an upward trend, getting points. The accumulation has been found in their last 8. They've won 4, they have not lost 1, and they've also posted 4 draws. So unbeaten in their last 8. Their previous loss, you guessed it, to Greenville, all the way back on August the 13th. Fans hanging out one of the louder corners there with the Red Army. Out here in the 12th minute. See what's developing here for Richmond. They go on to the approach for Gordon. A little bit short on it. This results in a throw-in. Take a look at Simon Fitch. There's Matthew Bentley. Matthew, a product of London, England, but played his college ball at Missouri State. On loan from USL Championship this season. Bouncing around a little bit. Bryant peels it back. Barnathan works that back line for Richmond. This one volleyed around, cleared by Lee for a brief moment. See if Greenville could switch the pitch here. Relatively tight all the way across the board. Keegan trying to deliver it. Fitzgerald alertly off of his line. Gordon wants it back, did not get it though. Celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be with the official match ball supplier of the USL League One. As you see Gordon here on the approach, trying to light things up. That one is going to be nullified quickly by Lee. And speaking of which, Select is proud to be the official ball match supplier of the USL League One. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select League's choice, player's choice. Some chaos here. That's shot bat away by Christensen. Sharp angle opportunity. As you see Bentley and company trying to deliver the first strike of this contest. Both these teams already securing spots in the postseason. Do not have the entire board set yet. 3 teams playing for a couple of them, and we'll highlight that as the night goes along. Vinyals to Fitch. Fitch, a local guy from Richmond. Vignals again on the touch. Richmond, where they are right now, capable as the leader. Greenville, though, and John Hart's, they feel like they're in this thing, and they'll be in it until the very end. Had a chance to speak with John just a couple days ago, and he felt like his team is not only good enough, but qualified in terms of depth to win it all. Corner kick brought to you by WW Nash & Sons. High ball. Gordon needs a little bit of space. Gordon racing for it. This one to be too long. Christensen comes out of his net. Nearly on that release. He's outside the 18. Pretty good pace so far. Didn't think that either side would just play this out and be as carefree as possible. In League One right now, can't afford it. Not only you're trying to play for success this season, but you're playing for some new material. Contracts or promotion. A way to climb through the ranks. And with a difficult challenge there. There's Labovitz. Probably need to get a measuring tape out for Jacob here in this throw-in. Certainly will not be short. And nearly a souvenir. Weather tonight here in Richmond, perfect. Couple scattered clouds, no real threat of rain. A perfect way to close out the regular season on October the 15th. This one will be volleyed around, staying away. Lee to Smart. Schultz trying to insert that to a teammate, but there's Fitzgerald. Pretty remarkable to have the #1 team in League One also have the #1 keeper in terms of saves. I know it's a volume type of category, but you don't really hear about the best teams in soccer having the #1 keeper when it comes to save totals. Maybe a save percentage, definitely a goals against average. But save accumulation, 102 coming into tonight, pretty remarkable. But is it sustainable? And we'll find out once we get into postseason play. Fans wanted to foul, nothing doing. Smart trying to push the attack. And Fitzgerald, that is a veteran play right there for Akira. That's what happens when you smell the game. You have a real good sense. And Fitzgerald doing just that. 33 years of age, so needless to say, Akira, he's been around the block a handful of times. Go back to that. Gabelanez, many people thought, at least in that far corner. And that was a foul, not the case at all. Here into the 19th minute. See Chrysler down right now. See if we can grab and see exactly what happened. Chrysler down. Ooh. Well, Jalen, I don't want to say he's okay, but at least he's up right now. That's a good scare. Coutinho into the book. That was officially in the 18th minute. That is a delicate spot, especially when you're not expecting someone to come flying and parachuting into your lower body. All's well, at least for the time being. Chrysler on the far end of us. You see him there. Bentley trying to hustle. That one played all the way through. A near gap for Christensen. Awfully fortunate. His defense is there to bail him out. Looked awkward from the start, didn't it? Bentley again, that one deflected in, and they score. Terzagi's been there all season long, hovering around the net, causing chaos for the opposition. And Emiliano making it count here in the 21st minute. Richmond on the board, 1-0. Well, that man right there, Paul Christensen, has not looked right for the last couple minutes. And I got to imagine the Red Army will give him fits for the remainder of this night. Tell you what, Terzaghi, that is a spirited effort with his left foot. He beat Evan Lee there. You see Lee trying to close the gap. Bentley with a soft setup. Gently placed. Terzaghi says, I'll do the rest myself. And he does. That left-footed poke is 17th of the season, and it's 1-0 Richmond. Bentley taken down. There's Pearson with the low boot. So for Bentley, it's his third assist of the season. Terzaghi, the 17th goal of the campaign. 17 goals now in 28-plus matches. On his way to his third straight Golden Boot. And could be his third straight MVP. I wonder if they'll rename the award after him at some point. Anything else that we can get for Terzaghi we might see tonight closing out the regular season. Of course, you make your money during the regular season, you accumulate your legacy during the playoffs. Unfortunately for Richmond, those goals don't carry over into the postseason, but imagine he'll bring a few of those to the party here. Slight delay, and Terzaghi, he hit the choke button on accident. Tell you what, it looked like for a brief moment Terzaghi thought about doing two different things. Stopping and passing, stopping, pivoting, and firing. He did neither. A rare miscue and indecision. I think when you're a player of his caliber, you can afford to do a little bit of that. As we move our way near the 25th minute, Speaking of that, you can't miss a minute of the action in 2022. Whether your club is on the road or at home, Greenville trying to make things equalized in this moment. Gordon trying to put it into a corner, can't yet. Pearson. Peter ties this thing back and around. Let's see where we're at in ESPN Plus. Your club is on the road or at home. Catch every second of USL League One action on ESPN Plus. The home of USL, MLS, La Liga, Bundesliga, UFC, and much more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Do it. Cabañas back to Smart. Smart surveying. If you're just joining us, Trezeguet, 17th goal. It occurred in the 21st minute. Matthew Bentley with the helper on it. 1-0 Richmond. 54 goals now this season and counting. This one played in. Nobody around in green. Vignals. Fitzgerald having to work quickly. Here's Gordon. Bryant to Bentley. Bentley, and on the far side, official with the flag up. So no. Fans don't like it. Do like the way that the stadium is structured. See the fans there? They're awfully close to the officials and the players, of course. But City Stadium doesn't make it a comfortable environment for the opposition. And that's ultimately what you want if you're the home team, right? You want them breathing down your neck, trying to influence the match in any way, the officials, I mean. And if you can get into the head of the opposition, a little bit of friendly hazing and discomfort with the language. Anything, as they would say, to rattle the cage. Sometimes they do. And you'll see that across League One and also USL Championship. There are a ton of vibrant cities that get around their teams, and fans get together well before first touch and the starting 11 are announced, and they meander their way into the stadiums and then cause some havoc and full support. Another flag is up. More dissatisfaction from the hometown faithful as Payne was walking in. For Richmond, although they're going to lose this season series with Greenville, they've already lost 2 out of the 2 that they have played. Trying to get the last laugh, maybe not here, but possibly in the postseason should they meet again. We'll find out. Richmond right now will not be caught with their 50 points. But Greenville is followed by Chattanooga and Omaha. Charlotte, who's on the outside looking in, they need a win tonight. And they'll get things underway in about 120 seconds from now. Unofficially, of course. As you see right there. Charlotte and North Carolina getting themselves warmed up. It's better for the league this way, too. Teams that are playing for something as opposed to nothing at all. Similar to what's happening in USL Championship action, the Western Conference They had a boatload of teams except for one still eligible to play for the postseason. One wobbling around. Leibovitz not his best outing on that attempt. USL Championship had the Eastern Conference situated for about a month already. That's a hard takedown. Tumbling down was Payne. Payne not in agony, and it didn't look like he was selling it by any stretch of the imagination. Don Smart is looking for an ally. Kerrigan will pick up Payne, who's not in any kind of discomfort. It didn't result in a booking. It looked like Smart was playing the ball. At least that was the intent. And the seriousness of that nature was relatively low. As you look at that glorious shot over City Stadium and beyond, it's a good look from our crew. Our producer director Ryan Rose looking to provide us with some great scenic shots. Have some good intel from him about the local breweries around town. This one played into the box and immediately ejected. Greenville on the retreat. See good pressure right now for Richmond. Kickers do a lot of that. They are one speed and one speed only. That is a full speed. Greenville tactically, they like to slow play things a bit. Of course, when you look at what they've done this season, scoring only 39 goals and giving up 38, it's been the area of focus, right? They have 10 clean sheets in the season. So sometimes they murky the waters. Here's Gordon with some speed, some space. Nice job by Smart. That's good closing speed by Don to come out of nowhere. And a brief miss hit there. You saw a little bit of agony from Simon Fitch. Simon making his 20th appearance of the season for Richmond and now 10th start. One of the rare players that was with Richmond's United Academy in 2016, 2017, so he's built his way up. He also played for VCU, so a local guy all the way across the board. You see Central Valley over Omaha, 2-0. So that means at least one thing for Greenville. With the loss tonight for Greenville, Omaha can't catch him. One down, one to go. But of course, if you were Greenville, you don't want to be scoreboard watching. You can care less. We will give you all of that and then some with these live standings. Look at that. Talk about it and bang, right in front of you. And just to interpret, those are live standings, so that would mean that this score stays as is in real time with Richmond getting the 3 points. We got you all the way across. First half, second half. Post-game festivities. Vinyals. Fitch. Fitch. To Gordon. Vinyals. Nice play. Here's Fitch. Fitch around the corner. Tell you what, Bentley was asking for that pass, but it was a long way to go. Probably out a good 25 yards. You see Bentley at the top of your screen with his arm up. He was onside for a moment. This is a comfortable spot for Richmond to be in, not only with the early goal, but you know Greenville, throughout the course of this match, if the score stays as is, will have to overcommit if they want to get themselves level and eventually capture 3 points. So there'll be holes in their game. Vignals. Gordon. Wayne blew a tire, stayed up, kept his footing after losing it for a brief moment, and with possession, here's Fitch. As you would imagine, City Stadium is a bit beat up. No real major divots. You can see a couple of them there, but playing on the turf all season long, like the grass surface, and it's treated Richmond well. They've won 8 games here, lost 2, and played to a draw on 4 other occasions. That's a winning formula, right? You dominate at home and you play at least 500 ball on the road. It's nearly what Richmond's done. They're 6-5-4 away from home. Greenville, a little bit different of an animal. Bentley, he's slipping and sliding. Bentley with the oohs and the ahs for Gordon. Tell you what, Gordon connects on that shot. There'll be a lot of drop beer across the stadium. So now we've had 2 players on opposite ends of the pitch slip a little bit. And Gordon missing that. Gordon's 5'9", so climbing the ladder like he tried to do, rather unfortunate. Player down at the top of the screen. While we have a pause in the action, I'm going to remind you to listen to everything. Sirius XM, and catch all the action. If you can't watch the match on TV, well, you can listen to it. Listen to us, Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk. That includes USL action, all access Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from USL, MLS, English Premier League, and much, much more on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Keegan come off the pitch. Keegan appears to be okay now. Keegan, the leading scorer for Greenville in their inaugural season, had 14 goals a couple years ago. He is well off that pace now. Only has a couple of them this season in 24 matches, if you include tonight. Scored 28 in college in 71 matches. As Keegan returns. Haven't had a lot of stoppages in the first half. Really hasn't been physical. Don't expect it to be choppy with the circumstances and the stakes. It would be a dreadful punch to the gut for either team to either be served with yellow card accumulation or a red card. And the one player that's missing in action tonight for Richmond, Jonathan Bolaños, he will return. It's just a matter of when. But the extra time off, much needed and served, as Fitzgerald trying to get this out of harm's way. Not his best strike, though. Fricky. Grimes, Iowa. Played his ball at Butler. Sharp corner. Played in by Schultz. Smart. Don trying to navigate through some traffic, and as you see Greenville on the retreat. Again, with it being 1-0 here, more to gain for Greenville than Richmond. And then outside of pride, Richmond wants to snap a 2-game skid to Greenville. There's Gordon again. Gordon jostling for position. Bentley. Payne. Greenville trying to switch things up, make it difficult. Labovitz. Contact at the top of the screen, they play on. Richmond in excellent position as we near the end of the first half. They've been pretty much lights out. Leading at the end of the first half, they have 1 loss. They're 7-1-1. Gordon with this cross, and this will result in a corner kick. Didn't feel like any kind of comfortable situation for Waldeck. So a gentle touch out, and this will result in another corner kick presented by WW Nash and Sons. More to the point with Greenville being down 1-0 to Richmond. Richmond, for what they have done when holding a lead at the end of the first half, also been impressive when scoring the match's first goal. They're 9-2-2. So a lot of things that you can think about if you're a Greenville fan. One, how do you draw this thing up to break it level? But also, 2, how can you get over the top? Bigger fish to fry, of course, with the playoffs right around the corner. And you see a bad note with Greenville, winless on the season when conceding the first goal. 12 times it's happened to them, and now make it 13 tonight. Will there be a result in the positive category? 0-8-4. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe for a team this successful in Greenville, but that's why that goal differential is so important. That's an eye-popping stat. You're the second best team in League One right now, and you have a goal differential of +1. Greenville, they are able to stymie the competition. 10 clean sheets in the season. They're also undefeated when they score first on the year. So that is a certain give and take statistic. But obviously some teams are equipped for comeback potential, others not so much. Numbers don't lie. Of course, statistics tell you what has happened. They don't tell you what is going to happen. But when you write out the long season's tale for a club, like Darren Sawatsky reminded us, you have to give praise to what Richmond has done over the course of a season. Any team could get hot in the playoffs and win it all. As this shot is airmailed, and that feeble attempt from Pearson never really had a chance on target. And yeah, if you are Richmond, I cannot believe I see some water bottles. Shocking. But hydration's always important. You get hydration breaks too if you're a fan. A couple cocktails, adult beverages, and then a water in between. But all in all, it keeps the party going. Nearing our way towards the end of the first half. That'll be a foul on Fricky. Terzaghi led on to believe that he was more injured than that. 17 goals now this season. If you missed it, it was a direct result of a pass from Matthew Bentley. Terzaghi directed it through on target with his left foot. Off balance a bit. Speaking of Bentley, here he is. Terzaghi, not this time. Almost reminiscent of his goal earlier in this match. And if Christensen would have come out earlier, who knows? See what kind of time we have left in stoppage. As we've now reached that point. Couple minutes of stoppage time. Presented by Greenswell Growers. Fitch. Here's Bryant. Bryant with some separation. Bryant pulls the trigger, just misses. I don't know if Christensen got a piece of it. The indication is that he did. And I tell you what, Bryant had way too much space just outside the 18 and nearly found the sweet spot. Look at it again. Yeah, Christensen getting a paw on it. It's good velocity. Interesting enough for Bryant, who made that move, it's nearly identical to what Gordon has tried to perform throughout this entire first half. But Wayne has been on the left side of the pitch out wide, and he's pushed his way towards the center of the pitch to line things up in the middle. Whips it in. There's Christensen with it. And you could hear Christensen from where we're at. What is that? Coutinho trying to play with it, but it was ruled offside. Richmond in no real need to speed up time. Corrigan looking at his watch. Takes another quick peek at it. One final sequence. We'll see. Gordon. Plays this one in. Bentley, not his best. Obviously not the dominant foot. And this first half has come to a halt. Well, Richmond kickers got on the board. Emiliano Terzaghi, you see that man right there? He's got 17 goals this season. 17th happened the 21st minute of tonight's affair. Richmond on the board, and they have the lead. First half of action here from City Stadium in the books. Richmond kickers with the advantage over Greenville by a score of 1-0.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
Hi, I'm Megan Mack, president of Prospect Blue.
And I'm Jess Barnes, Director of Business Development at Prospect Blue.
Prospect Blue is a staffing and recruiting firm headquartered right here in Richmond, Virginia. We serve the Mid-Atlantic region and beyond.
With the labor market experiencing historic shortages, Prospect Blue is here to help companies attract and retain key talent.
With strong relationships in the corporate, financial, legal, and medical fields, we are in a unique position to connect employers with job seekers. Whether you are a candidate seeking a new career opportunity or a company searching for talent, Prospect Blue will help you ensure that today's transitions lead to growth and success.
Prospect Blue is proud to be a corporate sponsor of the Richmond Kickers. Go Kickers!
At the break right now, 1 versus 2 with Richmond and Greenville going toe-to-toe. End of the first half of action here in Richmond, Virginia. Halftime brought to you by Simplicity VOIP. And plenty of things at stake with the postseason right around the corner. As Omaha's wrapping things up, Ryan Rose gave us a sneak peek of a couple scenarios. Ryan, take it away.
5 big matches to finish off Week 28. NCFC hosting Chattanooga up in Cary. 48th minute, not cleared too well here. It gets to Jose Carrera Garcia of Chattanooga. He slips it through 3 defenders right to Juan Galindres. 5-hole on Nicholas Holiday. 1-0 Chattanooga. Holiday had 4 saves in the match, which is he had a 5th. 13th goal for Galindres. 8th assist for Carrera Garcia. Chattanooga wins a playoff spot. They finish the day in 3rd. We go down the state, down I-85 to Greenville. We'll pick up Charlotte on the way. 79th minute, there's Evans. Slips it to Jesus Ibarra, who takes it end line, serves it up for Jacob Labovitz. The header is in. 12th goal for him, 4th assist for Ibarra. First goal since the end of July for Labovitz. Greenville clinches a home match. Charlotte is in 7th to start the day, but win and they're in at home to North Carolina FC. We go up to Wisconsin. Madison Richmond, 35th minute. Ethan Bryant with a spin cycle there, and he gets it to Owain Gordon. 1-on-1, and Gordon off the foot of Raiko Rosarena, his 5th goal. 3 goals this season have been game-tying goals. That one is his first game winner, and Richmond clinches the top seed in a home semifinal. Omaha hosting Tormenta. Both teams need points. Persistence pays off here. Eventually, after Connor Doyle's second shot at it here, it goes in. 1-0. Tormenta's down a man, by the way, into the first half. Look at this save off the line by Ryan Jeebus' head. Wow. And then we get into the late part of the game, 55th minute. Akele gets tripped up by Shaft Brewer. That's a penalty. Keziah Sterling will go to the spot, and that's his 13th goal of the season. 1-1 your score. Omaha clinches a playoff spot. Tormenta 1 point and in 3 points, and a home match tonight. Final game of the night, Northern Colorado, Tucson. Northern Colorado, final game of the season. They need to win to have a chance to be in it. 11th minute, Trevor Amon up to Wolfgang Prentice, his first professional goal off the inside of the far post. 1-0 Northern Colorado. They're going to do it. They're going to hang on. They're going to 1-0 this thing. Oh, Johan Peñaranda, a tough challenge against Fernando Garcia. He gets a red card, so down a man. They'll put Olsen in the pipes. And we go to, 4 minutes later, 45 plus 5. And Luca Mastrantonio off the save, and then a corner coming late in the match. This is 76th minute. Destin Norman, his first pro goal, and Northern Colorado wins it. And a Tormenta loss or a Charlotte loss, and Northern Colorado's in the playoffs. Here are the seeding scenarios, and the USL League One playoffs are presented by Hisense. So Omaha lost to Fuego, 43 points, not a worry to Greenville. The Chattanooga Tormenta game is the worry to Greenville for the 2 seed. If Greenville wins, 48 points, they got the 2 seed, no problem. In a draw scenario, Chattanooga can take the 2 away with a win, because 13 wins would be the first tiebreaker. Greenville would only have 12. If Greenville fails to win or draw, no points, then the goal differential comes into play, because The winner of Chattanooga-Tormenta could take the 2 seed. Tormenta would be even on points with 45. They would get the 12th win, which would level up with Greenville. Plus, a win means at least a +1 goal differential, and a loss for Greenville means at least a +1 goal differential, maybe worse, or Tormenta wins by more than a goal. So that could come into play as well. Those 3 teams are now the ones fighting for the 2 seed. Greenville controls its own destiny. A win, you don't have to worry about it. We'll be following this all night long. Stay tuned. More halftime coming up.
I'm on that routine. I'm on that routine.
I mean, yeah, let's talk about today where I'm going to go topics.
Roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
At Greenswell Growers, we combine innovative technology, sustainable practices, and a passion for local. With a commitment to plants first, we have unwavering standards for growing products that yield the best taste in order to create the happiest customers. Because everyone deserves access to clean, safe, nutritious food. Little Greens, Big Heart. Learn more at greenswellgrowers.com.
And we're off and running, a spot in the League One final on the line.
Fires, what it's in!
What a strike from the top of the block!
Everything is hot, hot, hot with the playoffs right around the corner. Brought to you by High Sense. Taking a look at everything, we had highlighted a couple different things with the playoff scenarios, critical points all the way across the board, but also one final chance. A Charlotte win obviously gets them into where they want to be. Northern Colorado's schedule will be complete. So a lot of things in this situation. Richmond, the top dog, they have 50 points, so nobody's going to get them, and they'll earn themselves a bye. They'll host all the way through should they win out. Team of the week, Christian Cheney. Cheney had the late goal tonight against Omaha. Jesus Ibarra for his accolades. The one notable figure around for Greenville. Nothing doing just yet for Charlotte and North Carolina. See a couple of matches back on October the 8th. Also, what is Eastern? That is all about pride with game number 165. Putting this thing in the books. And we will say goodbye to you at least for a couple of moments. Second half, also take a look at what is going on in the first half, is right around the corner when we return. Richmond leading by a score of 1-0. We shall return.
Welcome to Royal New Kent Golf Club. Designed by world-renowned architect Mike Strantz, Royal New Kent's a one-of-a-kind Irish-style golf course located 20 minutes east of Richmond, Virginia. Royal New Kent was featured in Golf Week's top 100 public courses in the country. Hidden behind grassy knolls and hand-stacked rock walls, each hole offers several playing options to fit a wide range of abilities. Visit RoyalNewKent.com or follow us on social media for more information on tee times and rates. Remember, come to Royal New Kent Golf Club to Golf Ireland in Virginia.
We would not have a business today if it weren't for the support of the many, many people within the Richmond community. To me, we're working as a team to enhance the quality of life for all residents.
It's about being the best that you can be. It's about enriching the lives of people in your community. There's a reason why we have the tagline Nourish, because it's really about nourishing the lives of the people that work for us and the people that we serve. That's what the UCrops brand stands for.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
At Greenswell Growers, we combine innovative technology, sustainable practices, and a passion for local. With a commitment to plants first, we have unwavering standards for growing products that yield the best taste in order to create the happiest customers. Because everyone deserves access to clean, safe, nutritious food. Little greens, big heart. Learn more at greenswellgrowers.com.
Hanging out with you, City Stadium, Richmond, Virginia. Halftime brought to you by Simplicity VOIP. Take a look at the first half highlights in this thing, with Richmond having the advantage, 1-0 over Greenville. Greenville winless on the season when they concede the game's first goal. As you see, Matthew Bentley, a couple of chances. Bentley and Owain Gordon have been all over the ball tonight. Just seems like from the outside, those flanks are perfectly covered by them. This one played through against Paul Christensen. Christensen, during a 2-3 minute span, looked awkward and uncomfortable. This is one of the situations and circumstance. But in the 21st minute, Emiliano Terzaghi got his 17th goal of the season. Terzaghi, as you see him leaking in towards the center of the pitch, and Christensen got beat. That was more along the lines of what Terzaghi was doing with his left foot than anything that Christensen could do. Assist to Bentley, and Terzaghi, 17 goals now and counting. You see a move here by Ethan Bryant. Good piece of power on that shot. Christensen got his hand on it to keep this game at 1-0. Halftime stats, right now Richmond with the advantage. Shots 7-3 in favor of the home team, and not a single one on target for Greenville. So that's an alarming figure for them. Possession rate, 57-43. So everything that you thought would go the way for Richmond has, even though Greenville has won the season series and prevailed in their two previous encounters here in 2022. See, that's what we call professional product placement, courtesy of Select, the official match ball supplier of USL League One. It's pretty good. Greenville and Richmond will switch sides of the pitch to attack from, as this second half is now underway. Richmond in their dark uniforms tonight. Greenville in the green kits, moving from right to left on your screen. So 45 done with, another 45 will go to. Keep in mind, at the course of the regular season in League One, no overtimes. No PKs will be decided unless we get into the postseason. And of course, we get those overtime theatrical displays and a whole lot more. But gotta take those steps. See what kind of response we get with Greenville tonight. Greenville, as we mentioned in the first half, 0-8-4 when conceding the game's first goal. Gordon on the approach. We see a quick double team. Don Smart did not hesitate attacking Gordon. It's a heads-up play by the veteran. Smart from Kingston, Jamaica, appearing in his 28th match this season, logging well over 1,900 minutes in this campaign. Darren Sawatsky, the team manager for Richmond. I don't know if you need to make a lot of adjustments if you're Darren. Frankly, maybe not any. You're in this position because you've worked your way there, and he didn't believe in resting any of his regulars. And Jonathan Bolaños, he needs the rest and the recovery. But outside of that, they're going to have a first-round bye, so you want to make sure that your team is game ready. Completely different beast in practice compared to the game simulation. You can only replicate that when you're going against live fire. Those friendlies with your 11 only going to do so much with your reserves. On the other side of things for Greenville, they need a win today to assure themselves that second slot. Otherwise, they need a Chattanooga loss. So nothing comfortable, at least for the road team yet. One concession, at least for Greenville, is they're in the postseason. Stop and go action here. Fitzgerald with a nice save. First shot on target tonight for Greenville. Fitzgerald, we mentioned him at the top of the show, and that's been pretty much it. Greenswell Growers replay. Bolaños with the first shot on target tonight for Greenville. That's a delicate feed from Fitzgerald. Bolaños, he's got 4 goals in the season, 5 helpers. He is a dangerous threat on the pitch. A little bit of a miss hit with Bentley nearest to him. And we'll have League One action for you when we get to the postseason. The venues will change a little bit for a couple teams. They'll have to play on the road, others at home. We just don't know where and when. For Richmond, that'll be the case. They'll at least be playing at home. Everyone else still relatively undecided. And we'll continue to provide you with some real-time scores as you see at the top of your right on the screen, and also live standings too. If Greenville does have to play on the road when they open up the postseason, that has been the troubling part to their campaign. Successful, yes, at home, but on the road, sub 500. They're 4-4-6. Are they capable? Yes. Have they displayed it? Not consistently. And for John Harkes, he knows how to push the right buttons. 4th season as the head coach, and as the team manager, you can do a lot of things right, but when you lose pieces year in and year out, it's tough to replicate your accomplishments. But John just moving right along year in and year out. He's been a thorn in the side of Richmond, also capturing a League One title. He's Coach of the Year in 2020. Labovitz. See this heave, with a bit of backspin on it too. And nearly found them Pearson. This shot sliced. Looked like Ryan Rose, our producer's golf swing. Badly sliced. Of course, the courses here might be a little bit different across the land. Charlotte doesn't win tonight, it's the playoff scenario. Richmond, Greenville. Playoffs presented by High Sense. Got some nifty features for you. The appeasing aesthetics. As we wrap up this night, and it is the final night of the regular season, so we appreciate the support all season long. Christensen has conceded 38 goals this season, all of them, in fact, against Greenville. He has started and appeared in all 30 matches. Gavilanes trying to make a move around Fitch. That placement rejected, stayed out by Bentley. Tell you what, Smart was asking for something. Perhaps with Bentley on an illegal touch. We didn't see it from where we're at. And the most important man on the pitch, Matthew Corrigan, the lead official tonight, didn't either. Vinyals, as we look back on this. See Bentley there. I don't know what Smart was thinking about. His argument falling on deaf ears. Abbreviated wall with Gordon. Terzaghi both there. See who takes this free kick. Smart to the left of the ball. Gavilanes on the left side of that. Gavilanes will take it. Whips that ball in. That was a dangerous approach, and that'll result in a corner kick for the road team. Fricky, who was hanging around the 18. Didn't give much of an effort on the elevation. He's 6'1". I don't know if he expected the ball to come down. But when it did, he didn't elevate for it to try to head it in. And now Smart will take this. Smart whoops it in, line drive. Push right back to him. Smart, second attempt. They're going to rule that ball was past the goal line, so it'll be another corner kick. So rinse and repeat. Smart this season, a couple of goals and a couple of assists. In his second season with Greenville. He was with Ford Madison a couple years ago. Now a new location, new address for him. Also spent some time with Miami FC. 3 years with Indy 11. So he's been around the block. And yet another corner kick. So for Greenville, at least they've switched the way that this game has looked in the second half. I know it's early on in the second. This is a different pace for them compared to the first 45 that they offered. Not that they look bad, they just didn't look as good as Richmond. Gavilanes, Fitch with a nice play, heads it out. Schultz. And Fitzgerald will take care of the business. Richmond and Greenville in position for a playoff spot. The journey does begin for Glory on October the 22nd. It's a Saturday when the USL League One playoffs begin, presented by Hisense on ESPN+. The drama continues leading up to the USL Championship final Sunday, November 6th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. So we'll have all the action for you, wire to wire. The second time League One's been on linear television. Pretty nice nugget. As we're now into the 58th minute. No changes off the bench for either head coach with the second half beginning. Wonder how they'll roll into this full time. We'll find out. Waldeck. Ooh, tough approach right there. I'll tell you what, Coutinho looking at himself in disgust. Waldeck was pretty tactically sound on that cross. Go back to the sequence with Waldeck, head up all the way, and his intention was to feed it to Coutinho, and Coutinho badly misplayed it. He had a lot more time than he was led on to believe. So remember that one as this night goes along. Payne gave it away. Payne gets it back. Formerly the UCLA Bruins. Vinyals takes a spill, and they play on. Keegan. Waldeck. There's Payne again. Didn't see a lot of Steven in the first half. And that's more of a credit to what Richmond did offensively. Just hanging on to the ball, maintaining possession. They had everything covered against Greenville, 57-43 in the possession arrow. Outshot them, obviously outscored them. Hustle and no way to get to that was Bentley. Terzaghi, 17th goal of the season in the 21st minute. Bentley was with the assist. So it happened early on, and then ever since, Richmond been comfortable. And I say that because Greenville has not applied a consistent level of pressure on their back line, the back line of Richmond. We'll see if either Greenville or Richmond make some changes off the bench, either for reinforcements, a breather, rest some rather tired legs. And it is a long season, so you're not thinking about saving anybody, but you want to consume some energy, yes, and keep some in the tank as a reserve. Payne into it. Payne again, and this thing is going to come out. And so possession will go towards the home team. Jesus Ibarra coming into the fray, replacing Jake Keegan. Substitutions brought to you by James River Orthodontics. Payne needs to do something with it. Charlotte tonight with an advantage. They win tonight, they're in. Charlotte, the only team that's in position for a playoff spot, that if the season ended right now for them, they'd go in with a goal differential of -2. That's if the score stays as is, leading 2-0. But it's Richmond, Greenville, Chattanooga, 1, 2, and 3. Of course, they got blown out by Chattanooga earlier this year, 8-2. So when you look at goal differentials, that'll certainly leave a scar as a big and deep flesh wound. But again, it's only one loss. But right now, the discomfort, they have 11 victories in the season, 12 defeats. And that loss, -6 in the goal differential, hurts. Coutinho wanted to get it back. Ibarra, I don't know if his real intent was to play it long. That Schultz is over there to retrieve it. Schultz had to go a long way for that. He was asking for it back, and this one's going to be picked off nicely by Payne. It was an errant pass. Somehow Ibarra gets it back. Fricky to Pearson. Back to Peter. Peter's only played in 11 games leading up to tonight. Not a lot of time on the pitch for Greenville. And last season was with North Carolina. But he had a lot more time on the pitch, 27 matches he played. Also was with Oakland Roots in 2020. There's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's made one save tonight. Hasn't been busy, probably hasn't broken a real sweat outside of warm-ups. Oddly enough, we highlighted what he has done this season in terms of saves. 102, leading all of League One. This one climbing up, and Christensen comes out. Tell you what, Bentley was around. And Gordon also traveling on the play. '66 minute here. Greenville has won the season series over Richmond, 2 victories to the none of Richmond, but if all things stay the same, all-time series will be even at 5 up and 5 down with no draws. As more substitutions come. Substitutions brought to you by James River Orthodontics. And so the changes do come as Fenton comes in.
Number 27, Miles Fenton replaces number 7, Peter Pearson.
As Miles Fenton is in.
This is your last call for adult beverages and fan appreciation raffles. All sales stop
Smart.
at the 78th
It's called
minute.
for the foul.
Raffle entries stop at the 65th minute, so please visit fan services now. Last call for adult beverages and fan appreciation raffles.
Fenton from the UK comes into this match now. Not a lot of work off the pine, but looking at Fenton's numbers, see if he makes any kind of impact here in the second half. So Ibarra's in, Keegan's off. Expected goals in this contest, no one's at 1, although Richmond has the 1. Greenville's got 8 shots, the 7 of Richmond. Richmond still holding on to the possession rate at 53%. This one up and sky high. Talked a little bit about Paul Christensen. And there's the Red Army. They're not tired at all, are they? A lot of gas left in the tank for the Red Army. And for John Harkes putting in Miles Fenton, trying to do something with the offense, perhaps control in the middle of the pitch. Fenton this season only making his 18th appearance and hasn't scored a goal yet. In fact, hasn't even recorded a point. This one played in and immediately played out. Yes, the Red Army has some fans spread out throughout City Stadium. Young and the old. Saw a massive flying before kickoff, and now even the little ones. Come in all shapes and sizes. Stairs and see who they award this to. And that'll be to Greenville. See that score at the top. Northern Colorado will be out of the postseason if things stay the way they are. Gabañez. That one, ooh, complete miss hit there. I'll tell you what. Venton Evans wants to have that one back. A look of extreme displeasure there. See where he got up? Maybe he hit that thing flush. Only problem for him is he hit it straight, not angling it to go the other way. You could credit that to just not starting the match and being hot, but these are professionals. Evans just came into the match about 5 minutes ago. Tormenta wins tonight. Up 2-0. Goal differential is a big selling point when it comes to tiebreakers. Playoff scenario presented by High Sense. Labovitz had that pass behind him. Fricky with some steam to Ibarra. Ibarra with an angle. I don't know what his overall intent was there. Barnathan was there to reject it. Schultz, Ibarra to Smart. Smart's got a shot, maybe decides to chip it. That one will probably never beat Akira Fitzgerald, even with 2 arms tied behind his back. If anything for Labovitz, at least he put it on target, right? It's a cosmetic statistic with a shot on goal, but no serious threat. Waldeck. Push back. Waldeck, a native of Southern California. Santa Clarita is where he called home. It's a very veteran-like move by Chrysler. Allowing Fitzgerald to come out of his net to pick that up. Nice makeup between the two squads. Get a pretty good sense of a lot of players from Richmond, either homegrown or from the area. Greenville, they've been all over the place. Luke Pavone coming in the substitution, brought to you by James River Orthodontics. Will replace Wayne Gordon. Wayne with a spirited effort tonight, but he will pave the way for Luke. Luke from Rochester, New York, went to Buffalo State. Spent some time with the Oakland Roots. Going to start with Rosenborg BK Academy in Norway. The ripe old age of 19. Labovitz's attempt, that thing had some English on it and it was going wide, but Fitzgerald going to err on the side of caution, and perhaps it adds to his save tally. Yeah, would have gone wide. We won't tell him. Closing minutes of this contest, and outside of one scare, Richmond's in complete control. And I think Wayne Gordon has done a lot throughout this season. I don't know if that says frustration or just exhaustion. Depends on who you ask. We're not going to ask him right now, but Gordon playing in 21 matches this season. He'll finish the regular season with 5 goals and 3 assists. So Gordon is out. Greenville in the first half had 3 shots, not a single one on target. Now they have 2 on net here in the second half, and the shot totals up to 11. So evidence will support the fact that they've played better here in the second half, but it's all about the end result, right? And if this line does hold, they'll fall to 0-9-4 to close out the regular season when they give up the match's first goal. That is an astounding figure. And then more importantly for John Harkes and company is if they lose tonight, they go from having a bye to having to play next week. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world, but nevertheless, you'd love to rest and recuperate a bit. And if you could see other people inflict damage on each other and just watch from afar, then you want to do that. A little bit of frustration here. Fenton barking at Corrigan, asking for a lot more than just a common foul. I don't know why. It was a common foul. Could be perhaps a little bit too much caffeine in the system. Bentley. Here's Evans. Evans had a quality chance at net, but his header was not 5 feet wide. He puts it directly on net. He's got a better than average chance of scoring. But that's neither here nor there anymore. Here's Bryant quickly on the counter. Bentley. Terzaghi. And this results in a corner kick. While we got a brief moment too, get set up for an exciting 2022 USL playoffs presented by Hisense with our playoff preview show. It's coming up. Joe Malfa, Devin Kern, Gary Bailey will get you set with the USL Championships and also League One battles for the Cup. The playoff preview, and that show is going to air at 5 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN+. Kind of cool to see the fellas suited and booted. And they'll make some predictions. Some will be right. Others maybe not. But we will find out. Here's Bryant on service. Bryant played around the 18. Bentley turns and fires. That shot was blocked on the way through. It's a nice play by Fenton to get in front of it. This header off the mark. Fans searching for a goal. At least an insurance marker anyway. Ooh, that's a difficult challenge there. Pavone skying up, and that's going to result in a yellow card. It's a quick way to introduce yourself. Fans not happy with it, but that was evident, and we'll provide proof. Bang. That does not feel good. Doesn't matter the time of the day. Fenton. Poor chip by Waldeck. There's just a sea of black inside the 18. That push, Fitzgerald says no. Good strike by Fenton. It was marked for the corner, and Fitzgerald like a cat with the denial, and now pushing and shoving. It's the holiday season. Barnathan, now Fitzgerald mixing it up. Evans trying to deliver the business, and we'll see what this stemmed from in a moment. Little bit of ruckus as Matthew Corrigan, the lead official tonight. Nice shot by Fenton. And that's Evans over the top. And there's two players that are down. Let's go back to Chrysler. Oh, there was two. Labovitz, who was down on one end. Fitch down because of Evans. And then all the players get together, exchanging telephone numbers to say Happy Thanksgiving. But the fellas will play on, and we shall watch.
Substitution for Greenville. Entering the game, number 17,
Alex Cox Ashwood coming in. Smart will sit for the rest of the night. And again, that substitution brought to you by James River Orthodontics. So that's it for Greenville. Substitution window is no more. Richmond has a couple players getting hot. We'll see if they do come in. I'd venture to guess 4 minutes of stoppage time. But we'll see. City Stadium active tonight in Richmond, Virginia. And it is my understanding that there's 6,000 fans here in attendance tonight. That would be a regular season record. Fans hanging out here at City Stadium. It is a sellout. 6,000 tickets is what they're allowed to sell. City Stadium is old. Of course, they've had some things tweaked and renovated, but it was opened back in 1929.
This is number 8, Ethan Bryant. And number 3, Chris Cole. This is number 9, Matthew Bentley.
You see Nathan Ani there from Arlington, Washington. He comes in for Richmond. Substitution brought to you by James River Orthodontics. And Chris Cole also coming in. Cole number 3. Ani 24.
Ladies and gentlemen, with Mr.
Matthew
James
Bentley
Katz,
will sit.
report
Bentley played
to
fantastic
fan
tonight.
services. James Katz, please report to fan services. Thank you.
A lot of those fans that are in attendance have not sat at all. In fact, ever since this game commenced. Can't imagine they will for the final 6+. Hasn't been easy for Richmond, but you've been this good for as long as they have. If all things stay as is, 15 victories is impressive. This one whipped into the box, contact inside, that one carrying around, and Richmond escapes. Tell you what, Schultz had a great intent out wide on that cross. He had multiple players in his team vying for that shot. Ibarra. Bolaños going long for Evans. Evans never had a chance. There's Cole. Cole, who's fresh, but might be a little cold. John Hark saying what gives. I don't know. Temperatures right now, 67 degrees here in Richmond. So it's a comfortable night. So with these players coming in as substitutions, not like they really have to warm up too much. Evans out wide, trying to move, create some space. Evans, and a good heads-up play. Barnathon in front. Back line for Richmond tonight has been clean. No real errors physically or mentally. That has led to a lot of success throughout the campaign. Evans is up. Body contact around. We're level at 1-1. Tell you what, you can see that sequence a mile away. And coming into the contest just moments ago, Alex Cox Ashwood levels this game at 1-1. Oh my. Well, Alex will get credit for the goal, his second of the season. But as we look back on this goal, I tell you what, you have to give a ton of credit to Evan Lee. Lee here patient with it. He didn't attempt a shot, and you just feel the body contact with Evan Lee. Good positioning there against Payne, shielding him off, and right on the sweet foot of Alex. Alex Cox Ashwood, second goal of the season, 1-1. Huge goal. And again, don't forget, this game ends in full time 1-1. They don't go to overtime. Big contact here. That attempt almost a rebuttal. And Cole, who just came into the contest moments ago, Nathan Ani with a creative flick. Ani's a big dude, 6'4" and 195 pounds. 89th minute. So Akira Fitzgerald, who's vying for his 7th clean sheet of the season, says goodbye to it. Greenville, a little bit of a deep breath. Again, if this match now stays as is, that'll push them to 46 points, making it impossible for Charlotte to catch them. So even if Charlotte wins tonight, they would qualify for the postseason. They'd move things around. And for Tormenta, they're not going to be able to catch him with this result. Payne goes down. Well, that'll be a corner kick. See who takes this in the 90th minute. Vinyals will take it right now. And so the over-under, about 4 on stoppage time. Vinyals, well, that's a poor attempt in the corner. Schultz. And there's Evans. Evans waiting for some numbers. Richmond unbeaten their last 8. And there you go, 4 minutes of stoppage time. Hit it right on the button 8 minutes ago. Well, it has been a well-played match. Not a full 90 for Richmond, although they have played well. Got to give a lot of credit to Greenville not going away. Greenville, in fact, has a higher figure in the expected goals column, 1.17 to 0.71 for Richmond. Shots right now are 14-11 in favor of Greenville. They have had more on target, 4-3 in favor of the home team. Live standings, the top 4. Richmond and Greenville would get the first round bye if things stay as is. So for Greenville, they're comfortable with a 1-1 draw. Winning 2 won't be great. And then you get a big grin from Greenville if they sweep aside Richmond. It'll be 3 regular season victories. Look at Charlotte. So it's 4-1 for Charlotte. Barring a drastic miracle and they lose, Northern Colorado would be removed from postseason thoughts. See Fitzgerald a little hot. Narrowing our way towards the end of this match. Richmond getting a goal in the 21st minute. Terzaghi, courtesy of Matthew Bentley. As Fitzgerald comes out. Lone goal. Terzaghi trying to draw a foul, and he is in some writhing pain, it looks like. Alex Cox-Ashwood with the equalizer. Got that in the 87th minute. Don't know about all of that. Fricky on the foul. Vignals. See how the Spaniard delivers here. Vignals almost as good as a corner kick on knee, and this thing never had a chance. And that'll do it. So the regular season comes to a close. Not a theatrical one, but pleasurable and professional for both sides. Darren Sawatsky and company go off the pitch, concluding the regular season. 14 victories, 7 defeats, 9 draws, good for 51 points. John Harkes, he earns himself a first-round bye. They go to 46 points at least. 12 victories, 8 defeats, and 10 draws. And a game that started off positively for Richmond, leading 1-0, ends in a full-time 1-1 draw. So Emiliano Terzaghi scoring his 17th goal of the season opened up the affair in the 21st minute. And that is our man of the match. And the match presented by Kiter. CPA man of the match. Terzaghi, 17 goals. So he's talking about goals. And now our save of the match by Impossible Pups. Gotta go back to this sequence early on, and for Akira Fitzgerald, is the first shot on him after 45 minutes of play. Cavalañez with the attempt. Again, save of the match presented by Impossible Pups. That was it. So Akira Fitzgerald recording numerous saves on the night. 3 of them, in fact. Get a pass game show on the other side of this thing. Richmond and Greenville playing to a 1-1 draw. We'll be back for a lot more.
We would not have a business today if it weren't for the support of many, many people within the Richmond community. To me, we're working as a team to enhance the quality of life for all residents.
It's about being the best that you can be. It's about enriching the lives of people in your community. There's a reason why we have the tagline Nourish, because it's really about nourishing the lives of the people that work for us and the people that we serve. That's what the UCrops brand stands for.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with a provider today.
At Greenswell Growers, we combine innovative technology, sustainable practices, and a passion for local. With a commitment to plants first, we have unwavering standards for growing products that yield the best taste in order to create the happiest customers. Because everyone deserves access to clean, safe, nutritious food. Little Greens, Big Heart. Learn more at greenswellgrowers.com.
Back here at City Stadium in Richmond, Virginia. See the regular season champs being worn by Richmond Kickers. Finished the year 51 points, 14-7-9. And we have it not official yet, but it's soon to come. Jonathan Bolaños will be the Red Army Player of the Year, the Man of the Year for what he has done. 6 goals and 11 assists. And playoff situation presented by Hisense. If the other results do hold, Richmond and Greenville will be 1-2 as they came into tonight. Will be 1-2 with first round buys. Darren Sawatsky, the Red Army, in good spirits. And we take a look at some full-time highlights in this affair. It was more tilted on one side for Richmond as we look through the first 45 minutes of competition, and Matthew Bentley had numerous chances towards net. That's stopped by Paul Christensen. Another situation here for Bentley, played it all the way through it, got past Christensen, but fortunate enough for him, Nate Schultz was there until the 21st minute. Terzaghi leaking on the weak side. All of a sudden, Bentley played it right towards him, and for Terzaghi with that left-footed poke, it was perfect. Into the short corner. 17th goal of the season, making it 1-0 Richmond Kickers. So that was it for the first 45 minutes of action. Ethan Bryan on this attempt nearly made it 2-0, but it was all for Richmond. In the second half, things changed a bit. In fact, the first shot of the contest for Greenville came there. And Akira Fitzgerald, who was not busy at all through the first 45, saw things and saw a lot more traffic come his way in the closing 45. That attempt by Fenton knocked down with 2 hands. Teams got together and things were a bit heated up. No bookings, no fouls. 87th minute. Alex Cox-Ashwood came into this affair. Just the 4th appearance for him off the bench. Left foot pure. Got to give a credit to an assist on this for Evan Lee. Lee put this thing through a sea of bodies and onto the left foot of number 17. Leveled this game at 1 apiece, and that is how things would collide and end in full time. Shots 14-12 in favor of Greenville. Possession column went to Richmond, 51-49. The offside situation, yellow cards, nothing on the red card side of things, which is obviously good for both of these squads. And for Greenville, they'll close out the regular season 2 up, nothing down, and 1 draw against Greenville. So now it's the first time ever when these two teams have played, they have played to a draw. All-time series for Greenville, 5-4-1 against Richmond. But they will conclude the season without having won a single game after conceding the game's first goal. It's a heck of a shot by our crew as Richmond Kickers into the corner with the Red Army. And that's how things will end up for us here tonight. I say a big thanks to our entire ESPN crew here from Richmond, Virginia. Terzaghi, his 17th goal of the season, but Cox-Ashwood got the equalizer in the 86th minute. This thing in full time came to a theatrical close. Richmond Kickers, the top seed USL League One. They played to a 1-1 draw against Greenville Tramp SC. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and so long.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League, League One.